Right now at noon, some big changes could soon head to portions of I-44.
And we've got ourselves mostly clear skies, some clouds here and there, and even some showers down in our southwestern areas. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
And the Newton County Sheriff's Department unveils its brand new rescue boat.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, President Biden and former President Donald Trump acquire even more delegates as they are declared the winners of the presidential primaries in Kansas. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. They had already clinched their bids for the nominations on Super Tuesday earlier this month. Officials say that's part of the reason why fewer than 100,000 voters in this state hit the polls by mid-afternoon. Another reason is the unusual election date for the state. And it wasn't just the Sunflower State voting yesterday. Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump have also been declared the winners in Illinois, Ohio, and Florida. In the Sunshine State, Biden supporters didn't even have to go to the polls as Florida Democrats canceled their primaries and awarded President Biden their delegates.
And we've got ourselves a pretty decent day out there. Take a look at our camera on top of the Cornell Complex downtown Joplin. It looks pretty good. Skywatch Storm Tracker, though, showing a few changes, getting a few of those thunder showers started early, just barely entering our area right now into northeastern Oklahoma. But here they are. No lightning being detected right this second. But when these developed within the last, say, hour or so, we did get a few rumbles of thunder associated with them, and that would be thunder showers out there. We've had a few clouds here and there. Otherwise, it's not been too bad. MoDOT camera, 20th and Range Line, plenty of folks on the roadway. An absolutely gorgeous day out there, as we were mentioning. And as you can see, the wind, it's not frozen. Cars are moving. It's just very calm compared to what we have seen. Yesterday started the day at 28, 10 below normal. And then take a look at that. We almost made it 10 degrees above normal, reaching a high of 70 degrees on our way to another warm day across the area as well. Got mid to upper 50s in our northern counties. We've got mid 60s elsewhere across the area, even some upper 60s as we continue to warm. We do have more shower possibilities tonight, better shower possibilities tomorrow. We'll look at all that in the forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, Jasper County, Missouri is gearing up for the April 2nd election. The county performed the public test of their voting equipment yesterday, overseen by a bipartisan team. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has the details.
The beeping sound was heard hundreds of times at the Jasper County Courthouse. All of that to ensure the 58 recently purchased voting tabulators are ready for the upcoming Missouri election day.
One of the most important things that we can do in the election office is to make sure that people trust the equipment, trust the machines, trust the process that we use to run the election every election cycle.
According to the county clerk, the testing is also important to verify if the count is accurate.
I think the vast majority of the people understand and trust our election system, trust the machines, trust the process, but there are a few people that have questions.
I'm just suspicious of anything that's computerized.
To address the concern, 72 pre-filed sample ballots were fed through the machine. The testing was done 3 times to ensure the electronic results matched the hand counts made prior to the testing.
We can assure people that they can rest easy that the election results are going to be accurate.
I always feel good when I see this process being carried out from beginning to end, and I see that our elections are done fairly.
According to Jasper County Deputy Clerk, the brand new machines will also promote a quicker procedure for voters on election day.
We have noticed that before, when people would be out there casting a ballot, it would take around 10 to 15 seconds perhaps to read a ballot. This machine is a lot faster. It takes around 3 seconds to read the ballot. So it'll keep the lines moving. It'd be wonderful for all the voters out there.
In Carthage, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Yesterday was also the first day for the no excuse absentee voting period in Missouri. For more election resources, go to KOAMnewsnow.com/election. The McDonald County, Missouri School District announces it will move to a 4-day school week next school year. The district's Board of Education voted on the move last night. They say it stems from a critical shortage of qualified teachers in the district schools, which they blame on higher salaries in Arkansas. The Newton County Sheriff's Department yesterday unveiled its new water rescue boat. It's for a new facet of the Sheriff's Department, the first ever water rescue team. The annual equipment fund paid for the boat, and a private donation covered the cost of all the gear for the 6 deputies on the team. The boat is dedicated to the memory of Brooke Robinson, a Joplin 7th grader who died on Shoal Creek in 2017.
Family of the victim, Brooke Robinson, was gracious enough to allow us to dedicate the boat to her memory. After all, her incident is what got us thinking about this boat and doing this. And sheriff's departments usually aren't a lot of involved in water rescue efforts, but I don't like sitting on the sidelines.
Brooke's family was on hand to see the boat for the first time. We might see some big changes on Interstate 44 if some Missouri lawmakers get their wish. The Missouri House Budget Chairman is proposing a $291 million project to rebuild portions of I-44, calling the project Forward 44. Phase 1 was replacing bridges on the interstate. Now representatives are proposing more phases to widen the interstate to 6 lanes, establish new interchanges at Junction I-49, I-44, and improve infrastructure on rural roads. State representatives are hopeful the Missouri Senate and governor will approve the $291 million of funding for the next phases of the Forward 44 project in Jasper County.
Having those 2 major interchanges upgraded and having the capacity expansion in between, we think is really a well-targeted plan to hit the primary issues that are experienced by the local community while they're trying to get around, while freight is trying to move through the area itself.
Forward 44 is proposing projects spanning from St. Louis to the Oklahoma state line. Coming up, why some residents in Parsons, Kansas are waking up with toilets in their yard. And later, we're making coconut crusted pork chops in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. The Department of Commerce has accepted Kansas's digital equity plan. The Digital Equity Act is part of the Internet for All initiative, which grants funding to ensure that all people and communities have the skills, technology, and capacity needed to reap the full benefits of the digital economy. Kansas will use almost $700,000 from the grant program to address disparities in digital access, skills, and affordability across the state. Newton County, Missouri releases the results of a broadband feasibility study to improve connectivity. The primary purpose of the study was to identify homes and businesses without sufficient internet connectivity and understand which areas may be eligible for federal broadband grant funding. Officials also plan to use this study to calculate the cost to implement a broadband solution in Newton County. We've provided a link on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com, to see the full results of the study. The city of Joplin will hold a paper shredding event on April 6th from 9 to 11 a.m. Joplin residents can come out to the Joplin Recycling Center on 1310 West A Street and have large amounts of paper shredded at no cost. Go on over to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com, for more information, including amount restrictions and items that cannot be shredded. The Kansas Technology Center at Pitt State yesterday received a brand new tractor. The tractor was a donation from Kelly Burgess, will be used for students in the automotive tech program to learn about fluid power, advanced hydraulics, and diesel fundamentals. Case New Holland, the company that made the tractor, also recruits Pitt State students for internships and graduates for full-time positions.
Case New Holland, right from the manufacturing facility in Grand Island, Nebraska. And we've had a number of us got together and about the best way to donate the unit. And we looked at the quality of candidates that come out of Pitt State that come to work for us. And we thought it was a good reciprocal action to give the windrower and the speedrower to PSU. We've been very happy with the quality of candidates and interns that we get it.
Well, Burgess himself is a Pitt State alumnus. Some people in Parsons, Kansas are waking up with toilets in their yard. It's part of a fundraiser for the Parsons High School After Prom event, dubbed Project Prom. For $20, you can have a toilet placed in someone's yard. If it's in your yard, however, you can pay $20 to have it removed to someone else's yard.
Humbled by the support of the community here in Parsons. We've even had some people outside of the community, old high school members that have graduated, that have reached out to offer to help as well. So we're hoping to keep this going in the future. The plan is to build a solid foundation and hopefully within the years to come be able to hand it off to the next generation to move forward with great project proms.
They have raised $1,700 off the prom pooper alone. Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Today we're going nuts in the test kitchen. Nuts for coconut, that is.
And we are keeping an eye on a few isolated showers out there and a few more rain chances for our Thursday. We'll have a complete look at your forecast when the KOAM News at Noon returns. Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon. So we've got, for 90% of us, 95% of us, we've got a really good day out there. But there are some isolated showers that are starting to show up on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, and these will continue to develop across the area. And again, we're not anticipating any strong or severe storms. In fact, there was some lightning with these cells when they first fired up. That lightning is not showing up on the Skywatch Storm Tracker now, and they are trailing off a bit back over here toward Ponca City. So we can take a closer look just to the north of Skiatook, out here to the southeast of Anita. Not a lot out there right now, but it is there, and you can see it kind of flare up. It just kind of pulses right back down, and now back behind it, some new activity flaring up near Ponca City, and this is all tracking off to the east. Do you remember what we've talked about the last 2 days? That little boundary that's sitting roughly right here. And that's exactly the path these storms are following, just to the south of it. So a few isolated showers or thunder showers will be possible, but about 95–96% of us are going to remain dry for today. MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline. Look at all those cars. Remember this morning too, boy, there was nobody out there, and then all of a sudden, here they are. Everybody right there just on Rangeline alone. And then these folks are parked at least. They're in a good place to be. Our camera, of course, on top of the Cornell Complex downtown Joplin. Again, the image isn't frozen. There's nothing wrong with it. There's just no wind. It's a light breeze. We're just not used to that at this point. As we head into the evening, again, the majority of any showers we see are going to stay south of 44 and south of the Kansas-Oklahoma border because they're almost right in line with each other. And then they'll begin to kind of fizzle out as the evening goes on. Then we head into tomorrow, and that's where we're going to see our opportunity for more showers and some thunder showers out there. So a few rumbles of thunder, nothing too intense or crazy, nothing to worry about, but some rain for sure. And as you can see, it's going to remain mostly south of 54. And it will last throughout most of the day. Our better chances for some at least more organized showers come late tomorrow evening across the area, and then that will begin to fizzle out, and we'll head into our Friday, and we'll start to see an opportunity for another isolated shower or two in southeast Kansas by Friday afternoon. So we are going to get some rain. Not everybody getting rain, but a little bit is better than none at all. 65 in Joplin right now, and that's what it feels like. The wind, obviously calm. We got to show you that. Now, this camera, of course, is pointed roughly north-northwest. If we swing it around to the south, the sky not as clear because we've got some of those showers developing, and we've got a few clouds across our southern counties. So a little cooler up to the north, so we're into the upper 50s. Nevada, Fort Scott, Iola, Stockton, everyone else, low to mid 60s, and then as you get south and near that boundary, we're mid-upper 60s out there, and that's where highs could make the low 70s. Everyone else pushing mid-upper 60s out there today. Northeast breeze about 5 to 10. And again, an isolated shower or thunder shower through the evening hours. Winds will pick up, though, out of the southeast, gusting upwards of 25. We'll otherwise have partly cloudy skies, fall back to 45. And then tomorrow, as we showed you, we'll have a few of those isolated to widely scattered showers and thunder showers, or maybe even a thunderstorm or two. Southeast breeze 5 to 10. And we're looking to make about the mid-60s, low to mid-60s out there. Mid-60s again on Friday. We're a little cooler heading into the weekend. And then we're keeping an eye on another system Sunday into Monday. It could bring us some showers and thunderstorms out there. That system will also make us considerably cooler by Tuesday, but it is brief. We warm right back up by the end of the week with another system we're keeping an eye on as we head into the Easter holiday weekend. So a couple of systems to watch, the Monday system, and then next weekend, especially with the Easter holiday, just want to keep an eye on some thunderstorm chances out there. All right,
certainly. Thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making coconut crusted pork chops in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, today's Mr. Food recipe is a tropical dish with a coconutty crust and flavorful spices. Howard shows us the recipe for coconut crusted pork chops in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
There's just something about coconuts that makes us smile. Maybe it's because we associate them with those fancy tropical drinks that we have on vacation while sitting next to the pool. Or it could be the fond memories of digging into a decadent coconut cream pie or cake that our mom used to make for us for those special occasions. But for those of you who have never enjoyed coconut beyond that, you're missing out. So let me introduce you to coconut in a whole new way. All we do is bread a few thick-cut pork chops with some panko breadcrumbs mixed with shredded coconut and a few spices. After coating them with cooking spray, we bake them off while we throw together a fresh-tasting pineapple salsa that goes together in no time. I think we could serve this on bricks and it would taste good. Once the chops are cooked to at least medium and the breading begins to get crispy, it's done. Then we spoon our pineapple salsa over them and dig in. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? So what do you say you go online and get the recipe for our coconut crusted pork chops with the pineapple salsa? Cause one bite is all it takes to have you smiling from ear to ear. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a coconutty fresh way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go on over to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, again, a couple of isolated showers or thunder showers for the evening hours out there, upper 60s, low 70s. A few more scattered showers and or thunder showers as we head into our Thursday, and a couple of stray showers Friday afternoon. A little cooler heading into the weekend, watching some thunderstorms Monday and some thunderstorms by next Easter weekend. Don't forget Tuesday, much cooler day out there, upper 40s, but thankfully it is brief.
Absolutely. I mean, I know it's getting a little bit colder, but it still feels like spring, and that's always nice.
It certainly will.
It is the first official full day of spring today.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Well, what do you have for us tonight, Dal?
Well, a lot coming up at 5. For starters, we're going to learn about the top stressors caregivers of Alzheimer's patients face, and why a new report from the Alzheimer's Association says 60% of healthcare workers claim the healthcare system isn't helping patients or their caregivers. Plus, we're going to meet a local Olympian headed to Paris this summer. Derek Mine is a Girard High School alum who's made the 2024 U.S. Olympic trap team. And some students from Colgan are hoping to put a smile on people's faces today by spreading random acts of kindness throughout the community. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up today. KOAM News at 5.
Absolutely. Lots to look forward to tonight. Thanks, Dal. Well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.